National anthem over and the sunbeams down on the Moore Park. The Ballyfin team has Dermot McGill in the goal, Richie Downey, Owen Dunphy and Louis Duff the full back line, David Connolly, Kevin O'Rourke and Sean O'Neill the half back line, middle of the field Donncha Hartnett and Dara Connolly, half forward line Ricky Quillan, Sean Lowry and James Finn, and full forward line is Gary Hoffmeister, Keith Dunphy wearing number 22 and Garrett Dunphy at number 15. Team shaking hands as they pass each other and give respect and get respect in the middle of the field. The referee for today is Kieran Bowe from Rathdowney, Errill. And Ballyfin passing by the Castletown lads, and Castletown coming down from senior ranks just over a year ago and hoping to make a quick return. Ballyfin have been up and down in recent years, and of course every other time to produce big shock results and produce it in football and hurling as well, winning the intermediate hurling title, football title shall I say, 2 years ago, and retaining their status for the last 2 years. So looking to go senior A in both hurling and football. Handshakes all around in the middle of the field, and change it there. Already see Conor Phelan gone to the middle of the field, a player who can play anywhere from for Castletown. Centre back, centre forward, middle of the field, wherever you name it. And team playing out in the pub with just one change. George Dunham been replaced by Keith Dunphy as referee. Kieran Bowe throws in the ball and the Leash and immediate championship is underway. For the ball there is Donncha Hartnett. Hartnett being bottled up there by Finan Cuddy. Ball back outside, coming in trying to get it with Brendan Redden. Hustle for possession all around, early stage of the game. The ball hasn't hardly left the middle of the field. Will it now if Conor Phelan get it his hand? Kicked it on the ground by James Finn, former county footballer, dropped off the panel this year. Keith Dunphy in trying to get it up, but it's won by Castletown, but given away this time to Sean Lowry, and Lowry changes the direction of play down to the far end of the field. Back covering down there is Evan Cuddy. He can play corner back, he's in for the county minors for years, picked in the middle of the field wearing the number 9 jersey back to now. Hand pass back outside to Pat Maloney, and Paddy comes away with the ball. Heavy tackle on him from wing half forward James Finn, but he gets the shot in way down the sideline. He's out over the sideline. Sideline ball will be to Ballyfin on the far side of the field. Sideline quick, puck taken quickly back to along the ground, and Ballyfin made a mess of it and is picked up there by Martin Phelan. Martin, who's on the county minor team last year as well. Hand pass forward inside for James Hoban. Little James under his nuts. James Hoban, it's inside, it's Brendan Redden. Brendan Redden's hooked from behind, and Ballyfin defending well. Looked like a goal opportunity there for Ben Redden, but the ball was he was hooked and cleared, and then a great clearance on the far side of the field from Richie Downey. Down along the far side, grabbed over there by Sean Lowry. Lowry puts it back inside into the middle there for James Finn. Finn can't get it up, and heavy tackling inside there from Paddy Maloney. Ball's going nowhere as yet on the ground. Back outside now, the chance from Ballyfin for Garrett Dunphy. He does get it up on his knees. Tries to tip it back off the hurl. He was being held from behind, and it's still Garrett Dunphy. Dunphy gives it outside, out there to James Finn. Finn onto his left hand side, strikes it high inside. Running across for is Gary Hoffmeister. If he can win the ball hopped on kindly for him, and back there covering was Martin Redden, and Redden doing well. Hand passes the ball outside to Paddy Maloney, and Maloney clears his lines out to the middle of the field. Grabbed out there again, and a great hook there on James Finn. Great battling there, and the ball back outside to Sean Lowry. Lowry goes for it, but drops it short inside. Taken in there by John Paul Bennett, the goalkeeper for Castletown. Out there to Finan Cuddy. Finan Cuddy lovely to tee up along the side. Diving, great skill. Wonderful skill from little James Hoban. He won the ball on the ground and he gives it to Conor Phelan. And Phelan puts Castletown on the attack. And there's opportunities here. But the opportunity will be cut off, I'd say, by David Connolly. Connolly pushed in the back and pushed to the ground, but no free given. One back by inside again by Dylan Conroy. Goes for the shot, drops it short inside, and Dermot McGill, hugely experienced outfield player up to this year, 33 years of age. Dermot, ball down along the sideline, kept in play by Finan Cuddy, hits it back inside. This is an exciting start to the game, picked up by Ballyfin again, and a great clearance right down along the field there from Louis Duff, grabbed by the Castletown man again, pulled on by Owen Peters. High one inside, and the ball is grabbed by Martin Phelan. He's a great hand always had coming up into the ranks of the juvenile, but the ball is won back by Ballyfin, clearing the line desperately, out to the middle of the field, comes off the chest of wing half-back James Maloney, and James Maloney, the ball goes out over the sideline. But Ryan Maloney, of course, who played all of this year with Laois in the defence and centre back and wing half-back, and been deployed now by Castletown at full forward. Sideline ball is taken, hit backwards by Kevin O'Rourke, and referee gives the free. Yeah, 4 minutes gone here at the Moore Park, and no score as yet. We've had some furious hurling by both sides, great commitment, breezy day at the Moore Park. Both sides had opportunities, but balls dropped in short of the goalkeepers, and no scores as yet. Just maybe this one was a sideline ball at this side of the field, and a cut of opportunities, referee telling them to come back. But both teams lining out to John Paul Bennett in goal for Castletown, Martin Redden, Brian Ferns, Owen Peters, James Maloney, Paddy Maloney, and John Gahan. The free taken. Dropping in, but it drops to the left and wide for Castletown, the wing half-back John Gahan. Middle of the field for Castletown is Fionn Cuddy and Evan Cuddy. Half forward line Martin Phelan, Conor Phelan and James Hooban. Full forward line Benny Redden, Ryan Maloney and Dylan Conroy. For Ballyfin in goal, Dermot McGill, Richie Downey, Owen Dunphy and Louis Duff. Half back line David Connolly, Kevin Rourke and Sean O'Neill. Donica Harton and Dara Connolly in the middle of the field. Ricky Quinlan, Sean Lowry and James Finn, half forward line. And full forward line of Gary Hoffmeister, Keith Dunphy and Garrett Dunphy, and we have all of 5 minutes played here at the Moore Park. This could be an opportunity for Ballyfin. We just did a bit this one. It's a big shot from Kevin O'Rourke, dropping in, but it drops to the right and wide. So with 5 minutes gone in the opening half of the Laois Intermediate Hurling Championship final, there's no score here as yet. Puck out will be taken inside by John Paul Bennett. Going back covering on the far side of the field is Keith Dunphy. Dunphy puts Ballyfin on the attack again. Ballyfin playing with a strong breeze in the opening half, trying to get the ball inside Gary Hoffmeister. Hoffmeister on his knees inside and has the ball back in his hand again, and has it picked up again. Chances here now for Ballyfin. In front of the post and turning and twisting with the ball is Garrett Dunphy, and that's the opening score of the game for Ballyfin and for Gary Dunphy. 5.5 minutes gone in the first half, and Ballyfin strike first blood. Garrett Dunphy the corner forward, Hoffmeister doing well inside as well. When he got the opportunity, he just turned around and hooked it over the bar. Puck out is won up this side of the field by Benny Redden. Back inside into the middle, dropping the ball, and there was James Maloney. Going backwards, Paddy Maloney, former goalkeeper with Club and County, hits it high into the clouds to the far side of the field. Racing across is Martin Phelan. Tough competitor is Martin. But he's been beaten with the ball this time by David Connolly. Young man who's come through the minor ranks of the county as well, in possession of the ball. Pulled and dragged, he got no free, and Kieran Bowe let him play go, and shouting instructions around the field as he does so as well, as it is one. Long puck to the far side of the field, kept in play brilliantly so on the far side by Ryan Maloney. Great skill, and now he comes away with the ball. Is he going to get the opening score? No, he goes, strikes this short in for James Hooban. Hooban puts the hand up, ball breaks down, picked up there by Dara Connolly. Connolly clears his lines way down to the far side of the field. He was the star of the minor team, the Ballyfin minor team that won the title here a couple of years ago. The ball is won instead by Garrett Dunphy, who scored the first point. Hand passed across, but it went over the head of Ricky Quinlan, and picked up by Quinlan. Had the ball again. Quinlan with a left-handed strike, watches it going in, but I think it's the third wide of the game for Ballyfin, and the shot goes just to the left and wide. Well, both teams giving it socks in the early stage of the game. 7 minutes gone. 1 point in the scoreboard, that's for Ballyfin, but Ballyfin are playing with a strong breeze. But as we saw here on the Friday night with the replay of the senior football, the breeze means nothing when both teams could score very little with it, and scored against it. Heavy tackle there on Castletown manager Maloney on the far side of the field. It is Ryan Maloney, and physio call from the sideline, but I think he'll be okay. Got a knock on the hip and a bit of a rub and a rub as the free has been taken. The free will be taken by John Gahan. Missed an opportunity already. Well, hopefully and thankfully at the moment the rain is staying off for today, but there is a strong breeze blowing from right to left into the town end at Moore Park. John Gahan receiving attention. Fintan Deegan, formerly of the Harps, managing Ballyfin, as the free is taken by John Gahan, strikes it and strikes it wide. Oh, that's the 3 wides for Rathdowney and the referee telling the goalkeeper he took the puck out too quickly. He's stuck in his watch, and imagine he'll be anxious to get on with play and keep the play flowing. But Kieran Bowe sticks to his own rules, and this puck out is coming high into the middle of the field from Dermot McGill. Up go the hands, ball broken down. Getting there first will be Conroy. Conroy, son of Jerry's former Castletown player, breaks down on the wing. Doctor is Richie Downey winds up for this one. Left-handed strike, way down on the field, down towards Ricky Quinlan. As the corner forward, Garrett Dunphy wins the ball and gives it inside then to James Finn, and James Finn goes for the score, and James Finn gets the score. Oh, that was a well-worked score for James Finn. Garrett Dunphy doing well. The breaking ball picked up by Ballyfin, and with 9 minutes gone in the opening half, James Finn gets Ballyfin's second score of the game. Castletown yet to score. Ball dotted down on the far side of the field by David Connolly, picked up by Castletown. Long one inside for Dylan Conroy. Dylan Conroy taking on his man, that's the full back inside Owen Dunphy, and he's a tough competitor, and he forces him into overcarrying the ball, and free out will be to Ballyfin. Back to take the free on the 20-metre line, cornerback Richie Downey, son of Richie's. He was a great competitor back in the 60s and 70s with Ballyfin. Richie and Dick, as the ball comes inside, comes off the hands of Louis Duff, another great Ballyfin name, son of Louis and Louis. And the Uncle Eamon and Eamon connection Raheen, as the sideline ball will be to Castletown, right down here on the 45-metre line, and Conor Phelan will take it. 10 minutes gone in the opening half, and Ballyfin lead by 2 points and no score. Conor Phelan hits one across the centre, chasing after the ball is David Connolly. Gets there, knocks the Castletown man out of the way, and cutting through the middle and doing brilliant there. Sean O'Neill just scoops the ball forward into the path of Sean Lowry. Lowry had an injury after the last game, but recovered to play in the final. Now strikes a high ball inside, dropping in, but it's the fourth wide of the game for Ballyfin. Matching Castletown on that one, and Paul Cuddy on the sideline shouting his men on, and not too happy with the way teams are going so far, but it's early days yet. 10 minutes gone. Ballyfin lead by 2 points to no score. Ballyfin team with Fintan Deegan, manager, and Michael Rice, former player, Paddy O'Connor, Mick Maher, and Chris Hartnett. The selectors, means our positional changes will be made on the Castletown defence. Kieran Bowe having a chat with his umpires inside for something that was happening off the ball, and he's going to call back a couple of players, and so number 2, Martin Redden. I think it's only Martin Redden he wants to talk to, but he sends away Gary Hoffmeister. Puck out will come now from goalkeeper inside John Paul Bennett. Against the breeze, he dropped it onto the 65-metre line, the other side. Ball broken down there by Kevin O'Rourke. Falls at the feet of all the players. They're trying to get it up, pushing and shoving inside, pushing each other out of the way. Down on the ground there near is Dara Connolly, and the smallest man probably in there as well. It was picked up by the full-back, and the full-back is Brian Ferns, hugely experienced player. And on the far side of the field, little bit of a touch from Dylan Conroy, almost walked out. Back covering there though is Owen Dunphy, but after the ball again is Henry Redden. Picked up by the full-back inside Dunphy again, but a strong challenge coming in from James Manani. Trying to kick it along the ground was Conor Phelan, and he ran into a hefty challenge straight into the chest. Now the referee blows the whistle, and he's going to a halt play while he receives Conor Phelan receives attention. And Conor Phelan, the player who was at the centre of attention here in the semi-final. Centre of attention for the wrong reasons for him on the receiving end, and he's back on his feet. Referee Kieran going to have a look. The changing free takers this time, we're just staying with it. The free is for Castletown, about 50 metres out. Hit him low on the ground by Dylan Conroy. Picked up in there by Benny Redden. Benny Redden goes for the score. Goes high. Umpires are not too sure. And they are now. First score of the game then for Castletown. Benny Redden from the far side. Quickly taken free inside from Dylan Conroy. We've 13 minutes gone now in this opening half. And it's 2 points to 1 as the puck out goes right down the far side of the field. Big tussle for possession, player on the ground. Who's going to come away with this? Ballyfin seem to be there. Ball given back outside. In by Sean Lowry, long ball is empty. Got to happen here. Goalkeeper and Hoffmeister inside. I think it was collide. And lucky for Castletown, the bounce came the right way and the ball is cleared by Brian Ferns right down along the field. Over the head of James Hooban. Back covering and picking the ball up is Richie Downey. Downey gets rid of the attention of Hooban and hits a high one inside. For Meister to run on to again. He wins the ball. There's Gary Hoffmeister, a fine hurler and he's foul going forward. And the referee has already spoken to number 2, Martin Redden. And Martin Redden gets another little tick into the buck. 14 minutes gone here in this opening half, and Ballyfin lead by 2 points to 1. Free will be taken by Garrett Dunphy. Just to put his team 2 points clear again, 3 points to 1. Standing over the ball, just left of the post, rises it, strikes it clean, he puts it over the bar. 14 and a half minutes gone in the opening half, and Ballyfin lead by 3 points to 1, playing with the breeze. One would think it wanted a bigger lead in that half time. John Paul Bennett with the puck out again, pucking him well out, going to the 45 the other end against the breeze this time. It was back inside, back covering is Richie Downey. Downey couldn't get it up first time. Charging in was Ryan Maloney. Maloney trying to get up with his feet now. It's Ballyfin who will come away with it. Dara Connolly, great play by the little man. Turned around, couldn't get a strike in though. And it falls back outside for John Gahan. John has missed a few frees already. Can he make up for now? Gives it to Conor Phelan. Conor Phelan strikes it off in left but snapped it too quickly. And it's another wide for Castletown. Black clouds hovering overhead now and the sun has gone in, and would be a pity if it rained, but you can't legislate for that. High ball, an upgoing ball would fall inside for Dunphy again, but shoulder to shoulder justice at the referee, and the ball is picked up and Ballyfin have it with the Huffin is taken off from there now. Good work by Finn on Cuddy, and Cuddy wins the ball. He blocked first and then he won it. Hand pass it outside, but the hand pass was too far out over the sideline, and the sideline ball will be in favour of Ballyfin. Sideline cut. Sean Lowry will take it. Just inside the 65-metre line. Ballyfin are not putting too many in around the square. Plenty of sand in there. After huge torrential rain here in Portlaoise yesterday. Sean Lowry cuts it well across the far side. This could have possibilities for Ballyfin. Down the hurl is Gary Hoffmeister. Hoffmeister takes it, but he couldn't get a swing at it. Hits it inside, hits it out to the right and wide, and Ballyfin's 5th wide of the game. Puck out comes. One in the middle of the field. Brilliantly so by Sean O'Neill, and he gets a strike inside, but there's nobody in the Ballyfin too far out. Back covering is the fullback Paddy Manning, but it might fall for Ballyfin yet. Looking for it is a corner forward Garrett Dunphy. Dunphy wins the ball and turns his man. Dunphy with a shot, and Dunphy with a wide. Well, they hesitated a long time about that. But it's a 6 wide of the game for Ballyfin, and from that close range, and if we get into those scores. Puck out comes from John Paul Bennett. Broken down here. Out over the sideline. 2 players reaching for it. The nearest to it was Sean Lowry, but he couldn't get the hurl to it. And the sideline ball will be to Castletown. 2 young teams with a sprinkling of experience. Brian Ferns a long time around, and with Castletown, Paddy Maloney as well is going to be getting up that stage as well, and the ball goes across to the far side. Running onto it to pick it up, Kevin O'Rourke, fine young player. Played for Mountgrafton in the All-Ireland Colleges final just 2 years ago. Mountgrafton Community School, crunching tackle there, and Paddy Maloney, but the ball is intercepted by Donegal Hartman. Hartman takes it on the run, fights away his man forward, picked up in there by James Finn. Finn on the run and made have room. He was just bottled up and taken down, and the referee said no free, and Ballyfin are furious, but the Castletown men were just defending stoutly. Outside of James Hooban. Hooban hits it, couldn't get a power behind it. Running in near the end line, will it be captain play? Martin Phelan there, tried to win it. The ball goes out to the right and wide, and Martin Phelan's claiming 65 and having words with the umpires as well. But there's nothing soft being given here on either side, and there's nothing soft being given in the style of general play from either side either. Ballyfin were through that time, but it was brilliant defending from Castletown. Looking for the ball on the far side is Sean O'Neill. Kept the ball away, trying to get it backwards over there and trying to pull 100 David Conley, but the other number 5 is making his way ahead of him is James Malani. Ballyfin might win it back down. Back there is James Finn back in the. No, it's the other number 22, Keith Dunphy, back in the full back line. Comes away with the ball, tips it along the ground. Plenty of Ballyfin man there, but they haven't cleared it yet. Ball falls for James Hoban. Hoban turning in, twisting with it. Missed the last opportunity. Can he get one? Turns right, back onto the left. Leaves the ball back outside to Dylan Conroy. Dylan Conroy goes for a score. That's a great score from Dylan Conroy. Great play by James Hoban. Turned left and right and kept possession of the ball till he had an opportunity to give it back to Conroy. And when he got it, Dylan Conroy was straight and through. It was only a point between the sides, 3 points to 2. And we've 19 minutes gone in the opening half. Ballyfin doing a lot of hurling, not getting a lot from it, and it's been held at bay against the breeze by Castletown. Long ball inside. In there is Martin Redden. Kicks the ball on the ground, trying to run towards Ricky Quillan, but he just forgot the ball as well. Want to be a little bit stronger in those tackles against Castletown then, because they will defend strongly and more strongly. In possession of the ball. Is it on it? Give the ball back outside. Back out to James Finn. James turns around. Brilliant block down there. Brilliant stuff. Back down the field again. Pulling on it then is Garrett Dunphy looking for the score. Garrett Dunphy with the score of the game so far. Paul Cuddy doesn't think so. He's saying the ball is wide. He's telling the linesman down here on the side and it was wide. But that was a mighty puff and there was very little in it. Maybe we needed Hawkeye. But the flag went up and Ballyfin lead by 4 points to 2. Magnificent point. 20 minutes gone in this opening half. It's a great final so far. Might be low score. Martin Feld on the run, throws the ball over the head, but taken off his hurl as he was going forward. Brilliant play by the full-back Owen Dunphy. Looked like Martin Fellon was going for glory that time, but ball taken off him and then cleared. Great block down on the far side of the field by Sean Lowry. Falls back inside to Ricky Quinlan. He gets a hefty challenge and he's bowled over. Somehow hand passing the ball away and he's back on the ground. Kicked down by Lowry down along the sideline. Cut off over there by Paddy Malani. Great play by Malani. Turns and strikes the ball back into the middle. Ballyfin have them outnumbered back there, but will they win the ball? On this occasion they won't, because it's going to be taken by Ryan Maloney. The chances there now for to narrow the gap to a single point again. Back out here to Conor Phelan. Phelan tackle again. Hits it back inside into the middle. Over there to James Maloney. Maloney's hooked from behind. Brilliant stuff by James Finn. And he comes in with a strong challenge again. This is great hurling, and the referee this time blows the whistle, gives the free as Ballyfin were off on their bikes. Oh, it's a tremendously exciting intermediate hurling championship final. Great endeavour, great effort by both teams. There's hoops, there's blocks, there's everything. The scores might be low, 4 points to 2 in favour of Ballyfin after 21 and a half minutes. But you can't fault either team for the effort they're giving, and it's manly stuff as well. Now I think the damn rain is coming down at Moore Park. Would be disappointed with that. They were clearly in possession and they were heading towards the scoring position. Not to say they would have scored, but the opportunity was there. They seem to have an overlap, and the ball is won by Ricky Quinlan. Quinlan pushes his way forward, has the ball now on the hurl, still going forward, runs into a hefty challenge this time from John Gahan. He was taken no prisoner, but Ballyfin win it back under pressure. Ball hand pass back outside for Dara Conley, or is it yes, Dara Conley in possession of the ball, takes the man on, down along the side, hand pass back inside in the middle, picked up by Donegal Hartman. Hartman going forward, opportunity for Hart. Brilliant play back there, the ball taken off his hurl. Was superb defending by Castletown, and they win the ball and win the free, and Owen Peters the last one with the ball. That was absolutely outstanding defending. Hartnett seemed to be going, heading for goal, but the man who got the hurling inside was Fionn Cuddy and knocked the ball away. Free is quickly taken, up the far end of the field, grabbed back there by Ballyfin, but it's fouled by James Hoban, and the free will be to Ballyfin under a 14-metre line. Referee tells him to take it back. James Hoban can't hurl, he has no hurl. Somebody got him through it a few yards away. He goes and retrieves it. Free taken by Dermot McGill and missed on this side of the field. Kept in play though brilliantly by Castletown. On by the midfielder Fionn Cuddy. Gives the ball forward. Dylan Conroy. Dylan took too many steps with it as he was going for a score, and now the rain making a right mess of it. Pouring down at the Moore Park, and might take the sting out of the breeze, but it certainly doesn't do anything for the pitch and for the ball and for the hurley and keeping control of it. Free on the 45. Quickly taken by Richard Down along the wing, grabbed out of the clouds there brilliantly by Sean Lowry, and Lowry takes it on the run, and Lowry took too many catches of the ball. The referee being consistent in this one. Kieran Bowe from Rathdowney Errill. 3 fingers up in the air. Players now are warned, they can't do that again. 4 points to 2, Ballyfin lead, 24 minutes gone in the opening half. Ball broken out in the middle of the field, down there is Louis Duff. Tough competitor as well. Long time around these Ballyfin teams now. After the ball is Derek Connolly. He's not too long there, but he's hurling like a veteran. Couldn't reach the ball this time. Sideline ball will be to Castletown. Fionn Cuddy will take it. Stop what could have been a goal a few minutes ago. A lovely ball forward to James Hoban, but the hurl was coming in around his ear from Louis Duff. And could this be the first booking of the game? Referee has the book out. There's only going to be a tick. And the rain is absolutely petering down here. Just what we didn't need at the Moore Park on this hurling day. And it couldn't be any heavier now. It's terrible conditions and the 5 minutes from half time. The players were waiting the break. Standing over the ball now to take the free for Castletown. 5 minutes from half time. They trail by 2. Rising the ball. Dylan Conroy strikes it well, strikes it clean, he puts it over the bar. 40-metre free for Dylan Conroy. And we have a 1-point game. 5 minutes from the break. Slippery conditions over the side of the field now, but the ball won by John Gaughan. He delivers a lovely ball back inside. 2 Castletown players went for it. 3 there from Ballyfin. It's third man Richie Downey picked the ball up, but he was blocked on the far side by Ryan Maloney, and it's a downpour now to Moore Park. Picking up the ball, James Finn. Over on the far side of the field is Dunphy. It's Keith Dunphy's half block. Taken on the run by Martin Phelan. Phelan going forward to the edge of the square. Goes to ground. Referee's giving no freeze in there. Stalemate. The ball is held. Strong pull in there by Richie Downey. That's not cleared as yet for Ballyfin. James Hoban is in there. In there's Martin Phelan again out over the end lines at 65-metre free. Conditions are atrocious. We won't get heavier rain than this. We had a cloudburst in Portlaoise yesterday evening around 4 o'clock, and we're having another one here now in Moore Park. Anthony Stapleton, the linesman on the far side, standing on the line. The noise of the rain on the roof of the stand here at Moore Park, drowning out the sounds. And the free will be taken by John Gaughan from the 65. To level the game, if he can get the distance. He's not going to get the distance, but it could be dangerous. Drops in around the square, up go the hurls, back it down outside, pulled on first time, goal! James Hoban with a goal! The ball was broken out by Banani, and there was Hoban to smack the ball in the back of the net. Oh, just Johnny is at Moore Park here as James Hoban smacks home the first goal of the game for Castletown. A free inside from John Gaughan, a 65-metre free. It landed in the square, it came off the hurl inside of Ryan Maloney. Back outside to the smallest man on the field, the diminutive James Hoban, and he smacked the ball to the back of the net, and that gives the lead to Castletown for the first time in the game. They have been trailing all the way so far, with Ballyfin taking the lead with Garrett Dunphy and James Finn. Benny Wren getting one back for Castletown. Garrett Dunphy with Ballyfin 3 points to 1. Dylan Conroy making it 3 points to 2. Garrett Dunphy 4 points to 2. And that was in the 20th minute. We've only one score since Dylan Conroy free from 40 metres out. And then that goal coming from James Hoban. We had a beautiful start to the game, breezy here with the sun beaming, but now for the last 5 minutes we've absolute cloudburst here at Moore Park. The rain is absolutely beating down. It couldn't be any heavier. Terrible conditions for both teams. But with 28 minutes gone, 2 minutes from half time here in the Legion of Media Hurling Championship final, Castletown have grabbed the lead by 1-3 to Ballyfin's 4 points. Winning possession of the ball on the far side of the field. Ballyfin now on the attack. Could they get a goal before half time? Going for the point and striking it well is Donica Hartnett, and Hartnett put the ball over the bar. One goal and 3 down to 5 points. We've 25 minutes gone. A point between the sides, 1-3 to 5. How better man to get the goal than little James Hoban. He's been doing it for years. In possession of the ball now is Sean O'Neill. O'Neill delivers to the far side, but he hits it high. Little drop inside, might be a chance there now for Ballyfin. Ball, he had almost had it in his fingertips inside Gary Hoffmeister, which he must have it between the 5 fingers and hold on to it. And he couldn't do on that occasion. Big tussle of possession here now. Ballyfin after the ball, back covering brilliantly is James Maloney, but the ball just knocked away from this time. But nobody is clean possession yet. And now they have, and it's Brian Ferns. Experience of Ferns. Great catch and then dropped in the middle of the field there. And now he tipped away again, and the referee said there was a little bit of a smack there. Castletown player goes down. I think it's James Hoban. And Louis Duff, who had his tick taken a few minutes ago for a bit of a strong pull on Hoban inside. Now he gets picked up the yellow card that in other days he might have got earlier on. I won't worry Louis. He goes back to take up the marking duties on Conor Phelan until James Hoban is back on his feet. Free will be taken by John Gaughan, and it's just amazing the way a goal can turn a game, and it certainly has turned it now in favour of Castletown, but they only lead by a single point. But remember, they are playing against a breeze that has softened since that rain, there's no doubt about that. Ball goes high in the air, grabbed back here by Ballyfin, taken on the run by Kevin O'Rourke, turning around, tried to get the strike in, can't, at his left, tips the ball back outside to James Finn. Finn turns around and strikes it into the clouds. Opportunity for Ballyfin before the lovely little, I thought it was a lovely little strike inside by Evan Cuddy. The referee thought it was a push in the back as well at the same time. Maybe he was right. I didn't see it. I saw a bit of skill from Cuddy, son of David's, and Cuddy's running straight in with him, and here we go, brings the ball from out to the side and into to the right post, and just some 22 or 23 metres out, and he makes the handshake, stop the mounting. And the free will be to Ballyfin, and a chance to level the game now in injury time. 31 minutes played in the opening half. Standing over the ball, Garrett Dunphy scored one from home at a similar position earlier on, but it's to tie up the game, and this will be important for Ballyfin. But the all-important goal is the sun comes down again after that haymaker of a shower, and Dunphy hits the ball cleanly over the bar. 31 minutes into the opening half, and the sides are level for only the first time in the game. The referee blows the half-time whistle, so after a highly entertaining first half between Ballyfin and Castletown in the Laois Intermediate Hurling Championship final, the teams go off the pitch level at O'Moore Park. It's Castletown 1-3, Ballyfin 6 points. Ready to go then for the second half, the Laois Intermediate Hurling Championship final. Kieran ready to throw in the ball, but it was a young man running by him. Ballyfin making changes starting the second half. I see George Lanham is in there. He was picked at number 14 but didn't start. They've moved Richie Downey from corner back into the attack as well. And the ball is thrown in, and forced away, Ballyfin have to defend. Out of the ball, and not winning it there was Keith Dunphy. Ball tipped back outside for Castletown. Brendan Redden, ball taken off him on the far side of the field by James Finn. Doesn't go too far, picked up by Phelan. Delivers a lovely ball outside, struck into the clouds against the breeze. The breeze has died considerably since the opening half, and just goes out to the left and wide. John Gaughan, the man who was on the end of that one. Short puck out. A little farther up the field. Ricky Quillan breaks the ball down. After it, and trying to pick it up is Sean Lowry. Lowry, the ball taken off of him. Tip back outside. Paddy Malani was Castletown on the attack, but chasing out to it now is Dara Conley, who seems now to be playing in the full back line from the middle of the field. After the ball, tried to pull on it, was hooked from behind, got a touch to it, or knocked it out over the sideline ball. Will beat to Castletown. They're level, 1 goal and 3 points is 6 points. Castletown getting that goal from James Hoban in the 27th minute of the game. A lovely little smack to the back of the net. Sideline ball cut by John Gohan, right down on the far side. Little running. The wet grass might stop it from getting to the end line, and it does. Back covering is David Connolly. Hand passes the ball inside into the middle to Keith Dunphy. Dunphy outside again to the corner back Reggie Downey. Thought Downey had gone up one end of the field, he's got back the other. Thought he was going the wrong side at the start of the second half, but he's back as a corner back, where he's doing well. Crowd gone just a little bit quieter now. Great excitement in the opening half. Sideline ball will be taken on the far side by Ryan Malani. Cuts it low inside to Martin Phelan. Loves to grab the ball and attack. Gets it back outside to Malani again. Malani strikes it over the shoulder. Dropping over the bar. Ryan Malani with a fine point from the sideline over the shoulder. Pops it over the bar, and Castletown lead by a point. Good start to the second half. 2.5 minutes gone then. Castletown again. And passed inside. Pulled down by Conor Phelan. Ballyfin back there in numbers. Richie Downey, it's a poor clearance by Richie. Picked up by Malani, but he was fouled as he does so. James Hoban, the man who committed the foul, he says to the referee, for what? I was only putting in a challenge. Free will be taken on the 20-metre line. Goalkeeper inside, Dermot McGill. Used to play midfield, half forward, half back, anywhere up the field, but now back into the goals. Ball is slippy in the centre of the field and is picked up by Owen Peters. Peters down along the wing. James Hoban's out to it. Dara Connolly's after him. And is it Louis Duff who has gone off at half time? I'm not sure. Dara Connolly's gone back into corner back. I think that could be one of the changes. I don't see Louis out there. Picked up a yellow card before half time, and obviously Ballyfin thought there was too much to be carrying. But an entire 30 minutes of hurling left to play, and Castletown win a free. And with Dylan Conroy who will take it. Just 4 minutes gone. Standing over the ball, taking all the time in the ball. This is county final. This is a chance to get back up to senior. The top right and team, the hurling again, and Dylan Conroy fires Castletown ahead by 2 points with that free from 45 metres out. 1 goal and 5 to 6 points. And Ballyfin haven't attacked yet in the second half. 4 minutes gone. Castletown beginning to extend the circle, but Conor Phelan having won a good ball. The judge to have held on to it too long. A little bit harsh maybe. And the free will be to Ballyfin. And the one thing about Conor Phelan, the referee gave the decision against him. He won't open his mouth because he's one of the nicest young men playing hurling in this county. Absolute gentleman. Had the pleasure of working them all the way up along from under 12 or 13 right up to the underage ranks in counties, and a real leader with his hurling. Free for Ballyfin. And you got a nice bit of grass to put it on. Garrett Dunphy had a few fine points in the opening half. 5 minutes now gone in the second half. His side trailed by 2 points. Every score is vital. Rises the ball, strikes it. Dropping. Just to the left and wide. Sub coming on is Garrod Gohan. Let's see who he's coming off. Who's coming off for him in a moment. It's Brian Ferns. Fine first half at Ferns. Obviously carrying some bit of an injury or that, but he's replaced by Gerard Gahan. Back with play. Ballyfin charging out of defence. Long ball delivered out there by David Connolly. Castletown now will defend. Starkly. Ball picked up by Garrett Dunphy. Dunphy on the run. He's along the outside. Pulls in a little bit high. Gets it in. Gets it over the bar. Great score. He made up for the one he missed. Garrett Dunphy with that fine point from play. Now only got to a single point again. 1 goal and 5 to 7 points. 6.5 minutes gone in the second half. Ballyfin first score the second half. They finished the opening half with 2 scores, 2 late scores. Great cut in the far side of the field by James Finn. Delivered the ball out and then high ball inside. Mighty catch in there from Finan Cuddy. Clearance from Paddy Maloney. Down the field. This must be held. And 'tis held by Ballyfin. On the full back, Owen Dunphy. Dunphy clears the ball, whips it down along the wing. Oh, waiting for the hop into mucky condition with Sean Lowry, and that was treacherous, and it turned out to be. But the ball is taken back by Donnacha Hartnett. Hartnett takes it on the run, hits it up along the far side of the field. Over there, and winning the ball is George Lanham. Wasn't selected. Something about training, but the ball knocked off his hole on the far side of the field. And he keeps it in play and tries to win it back, and does win it back. Great play by him, and he's throttled to the ground on the far side of the field and wins himself a free. Well, maybe when Ballyfin were playing with the win in the opening half, they could have done with George Allen's skills in the full forward line. But that are the decisions that management make. Will he be the star of the second half for them? This to level the game up then. It's 1-5 to 7. Garrett Dunphy with the free from the far side of the field, about 40 metres out. He's had plenty of time over as well. He's missed a couple of opportunities, popped over a few good ones as well. But at this stage of the game, and it's in the melting pot, everything now is vital. Hits it high, hits it well, hits it over the bar. 2 in a row for Garrett Dunphy. That one from a free. That brings the sides back to level terms again. 8 minutes gone in the second half. Maloney, hand pass back. John Gahan threw the dummy, but the Ballyfin man fell for it, given a bit of a clip at the hurl, and the referee gives the free in favour of Castletown. Looking at the flag now, the tricolour down to our left hand side, and it's barely blowing, so that big torrential shower we had before half time took the sting out of that. And coming straight in now to take the frees is Gerard Gahan. Came on as a sub just a minute ago. His first chance to get his name on the score sheet. Rises it, strikes it cleanly, strikes first blood, and they lead by a point again. Good strike, but it was straight behind the post. 1 goal and 6 to 9 points. 1 point lead for Castletown again. 9 minutes gone. Puck out goes out over the side in the far side of the field. Sideline cut in between the 45 and 65. Taken by Finan Cuddy. Martin Phelan wins a great ball. Turns his men, turns around, hand pass back outside to Ryan Maloney. One back by Ballyfin. And Finn, long ball to the side of the field. Trying to let it go by him was Garrett Dunphy. But well picked up by Evan Cuddy. And you find him back at corner back. Conor Phelan comes in the mucky condition, gets a touch to it, keeps it in play. Picked up back there by Richie Downey. Downey battled up. And as the crowd took the road, the referee responded. And the free is for Castletown overcarrying the ball, and he's been consistent about the overcarrying all day. Gerard Gahan will take the free again. Linesman tells him to bring it back a little bit farther. Out near to the sideline. 10 minutes gone in the second half. 1-6 for Castletown. 8 points for Ballyfin. Opportunity now for Gerard Gahan. With his second touch of the ball to get his second point of the game and put his team 2 points clear. Strikes it cleanly, strikes it very, very well, pops it over the bar. 2-point lead in for Castletown. As the rain comes down again, this will kill all the breeze. Tussle for possession. Back there is Paddy Maloney. Being forced backwards, but won the ball. Gives it back to James Maloney. Maloney to the far side of the field. Strikes it down along the wing. Down there is Martin Phelan. Turns around, it's a mighty strike for Martin. It'll drop in the 20-metre line. Grab it with Dylan Conroy. Hooban got a touch to it. Along the ground, Hooban. There for a still, but a ball taken off, and Dara Connolly fighting on his knees. Ball picked up brilliantly back there. Great play by David Connolly. Out over the sideline. Sideline ball to Castletown. Anxious to get on with his own Peters. Sideline cut. Big shot inside. "12 minutes gone in the second half, and Castletown now lead by just 2 points. At half time it was level, 6 points to 1 goal and 3. Castletown got the opening 2 scores of the second half. Ryan Maloney from out on the side and over the shoulder. Dylan Conroy from a 45-metre free, 1-5-6. Ballyfin fought back. Garrett Dunphy, point from play, point from a free. Back on level terms again after 8 minutes. But then Castletown introduced Garrod Gahan, and the first task he had was to take a free from 65 metres out. He knocked it over the bar. His second task was a minute later, it was another 65, this time under the stand on the side, and he popped it over the bar. And now he has a free from the 65 again. Could this be 3 in a row for Garrod Gahan? Rises the ball, strikes it, dropping high. So it's third time unlucky as it drops to the left and wide. We had torrential shower a minute ago again. The breeze has gone to the Moore Park because of the shower, so it's even Stephen that way. But Ballyfin certainly will have to liven up the game if they're to stop Castletown from going back to senior airlines and a heavy tackle around the head. We're referee to go on. But we have 13 minutes gone here in the second half, and it's Castletown 1 goal and 7. As Ballyfin go for the score, it's over the bar, so it's 1 goal and 7 for Castletown, 9 points for Ballyfin, just a point between the sides. A point between the sides again, and we have 13 minutes now gone in the second half. Looks like this one will go right down to the wire, down to the death, as I say, and Ballyfin hanging in there. Up along the far side of it, James Finn, but as he was chasing the ball decided to hop out over the sideline, and he kicks the ball away in frustration back to the 40-metre line. 1-7 for Castletown, 9 points for Ballyfin. 13, almost 14 minutes gone now in the second half. Sideline cut for Castletown on inside their own 45 on the far side of the field. Is it James Maloney going to take it? No, it's John Gahan. Gahan hits it low along the ground. Garrod looking for it over there, goes out over the sideline. Sideline ball will be to Castletown again, a little bit farther. John Gahan goes across to take it again. Placing the ball nearer to the 65-metre line, edging up along that far sideline. Out over the sideline again. It's a Ballyfin man who carries it out, or is it? No, this time the decision goes in favour of Ballyfin. Inside the 65, it's actually a free, quickly taken, driven inside. Ballyfin either score maybe again, they trail by a point. There's nothing in it on the field of play, and nothing to just a winner at the moment even either. As they tussle possession in front of the post. Whoever wins this ball, if it's Ballyfin, then they have an opportunity, and they have the opportunity. They won the free, they won the ball, and the man who won it was Garrett Dunphy, and they won the free as well, and now a chance to equalise, and Castletown, who were defending brilliantly and not too happy with that decision. But Garrett Dunphy will take it. Just to put the sides level. Or is it the third time in the game? They were level just at half time for the first time. Clock will tell us we're midway through the second half. Garrett Dunphy looking at the post, taking plenty of time, unusual style, strikes it. Doesn't get too much power behind it, just enough to get it over the crossbar. Level again then, 10 points for Ballyfin, 1 goal and 7 for Castletown. As the puck out comes from John Paul Bennett. Now there's a tussle of possession in the middle of the field. Every puck is vital now. Every ball is vital. It's won by Ballyfin. Tackle strongly going back into Richie Downey. Hand passes the ball back. Picked up back there by Darragh Connolly. Connolly under pressure. Hand pass the ball across. And it was missed this time. Oh, by James Finn. And then James threw up the hurl. And cut his man going by him. Gone. Gives the free away. Just an impulse reaction from James. And the free will be to Castletown. Laois back on his knees again. The referee will talk to him. He says, I'm James Finn from Ballyfin, and picks up a yellow card for himself. I think it's only the second of the game. Louis Duff picked up one in the opening half. But it was a mistake by James Finn. The ball come across to him, didn't grab it, and now it gives Gerard Gahan, or is it Dylan Conroy, the opportunity to pop this over the bar and put his side into a 1-point lead again. Rises it, pops it over the bar. Dylan Conroy takes the short in freeze. Hasn't missed. And gives his side a 1-point lead again. 17 minutes gone in the second half. Castletown lead. Made a drop last year. From the time they dropped, they were the hottest of favourites to come back, but they're fighting, being put to the pin of the collar all the way with this Ballyfin team, rejuvenated this year. Ballyfin Gaels, it is. A couple of players that they won the minor hurling championship with, helping them out in the squad. Sideline cut on the far side of the field for Ballyfin. Inside our own 65. The tempo has dropped a little, which is surprising at a crucial stage of the game. With just 12 minutes left. Going high for the ball inside, not grabbing it down, was Garrett Dunphy. He needed the whole possession, but it's not lost yet. As a Castletown come away with the ball, tremendous defending. Ball back outside, but it's intercepted again by Ballyfin. And the opportunities are for Ballyfin to win the ball now. Picked up on this side of the field. Great play by Gary Hofmeister. Strikes it inside, but the strike was way off target and out to the right and wide. Better opportunities, get the ball back across the face of the goal. But the defending by Castletown is fierce and determined, as you'd expect from them. It's their tradition. High ball forward. Trying to scoop the ball back, and it didn't work for Ballyfin because it's on the run now is Ryan Maloney. His way is stopped, but it's still at his feet, trying to get it up. Ballyfin there in numbers. Who'll win this one? It's won by Darragh Connolly, and he kicks the ball away. Up they go. A mighty grab in the middle there by Finan Cuddy. Delivered the ball across, but it was intercepted. Ballyfin win it back. Up along the sideline. Chance could be there for Ballyfin if they can win this ball. He's being held going forward with Garrett Dunphy. He goes after the ball, knocks away, out to the side. Dunphy will win it again. Nobody inside him. He has the player back outside him. Takes it on himself, trying to get into a shooting position. Drops the ball. Ball taken off him. Oh, great defending there. Martin Redden running into it and pulled it on the ground again. Great defending by Castletown. There's a lovely ball sent across to the far side of the field by Donncha Hartnett, but missed on the run by Kevin O'Rourke. O'Rourke just can't get the ball up second time. Castletown again, defending brilliantly, taking the ball on the far side. Is Ryan Maloney, back defending now. Delivers a high ball forward. James Houben Luckford. He went down, was too low. Picked up in the middle field by Darragh Connolly. Hand past the ball. James Finn, drive to the ground, he wins the free. And with the wind gone, I said the opportunity was there, but the referee, is he going to bring it forward? Now he's taking it back to where the foul was committed, on the 65, the other side of the field. James Finn going to have a puck on this one, is he? Or he'll leave it to Sean Lowry. 1 goal and 8 for Castletown, 10 points for Ballyfin in the Laois Media Hurling Championship final. We're just on the 20th minute of the second half, 10 minutes left. Who will win this one? At the moment, the opportunity is there for Ballyfin to level it. 1 goal and 8 to 10. Make it 11, and it's even Stephen. Ball is struck, and struck well by Sean Lowry. Very, very well. It's all the way over the bar. Sean Lowry with a mighty puck from his own 65. And they're level again. And a sub coming on, and this time it's a Shane Phelan who's coming on for Castletown. And who is going off from him? I think it's Martin Redden, the corner back, and Shane Phelan is coming on. Shane Phelan wearing number 18. A backward play. Away come Ballyfin again. On the run. Lovely ball out. It looked like a lovely ball. It would have leaving the field of David Connolly, but it was too far out over the sideline. Sideline ball quickly taken with the linesman's waving the flag. And Kieran Bowe's calling the ball back. Is he going to throw it in? Fintan Deegan, the Ballyfin manager, out having words with Anthony Stapleton. Stapleton telling him exactly what happened. And the ball will be thrown in just outside the Castletown 65. Throws it in, trying to win the ball with Sean Lowry, but winning it with no hurl in his hand, but he hand passed it forward. Brilliantly so. Garrett Dunphy paced, and Garrett Dunphy is knocked to the ground. And the referee was slow about blowing the whistle. Ballyfin crowd were incensed, and now Castletown were incensed that the free had been given at all. Because trying to burst his way forward was Garrett Dunphy. He ran into trouble, then when he went to ground, the referee gave the free. Now the opportunity for Ballyfin to snatch back the lead. They're level, 11 points for Ballyfin, 1 goal and 8 for Castletown. And the free to be taken on this side of the field by Garrett Dunphy. 22 and a half minutes gone. We're at a crucial stage of the game now. The lead for either team is vital at this stage. Ballyfin got the last one to level. Now Garrett Dunphy standing over this one. What is he? He's about 45 metres out onto the right of the post, nearer to the stand side of the field. Rises the ball, strikes it cleanly, puts it over the bar, and Ballyfin lead by a single point. 12 points to 1 goal and 8. 23 minutes gone in the second half. And Ballyfin have grabbed the lead with 7 minutes left. Puck out comes from John Paul Bennett to the far side of the field. Grabbed out of the clouds. Brilliant play by James Finn. And he strikes the ball high. And the chase is on for them on this side of the field. If Garrett Dunphy comes in, there's opportunities. He goes to ground. He's rocking his feet. 2 Castletown men come in on him. And one of them takes the ball. Great play by Paddy Maloney and a great clearance by Paddy Maloney. Out to the middle. Chipped up there by James Finn again. Coming more and more into the game. Strikes it off his left-hand side to the far side of the field for Gary Hoffmeister. He's been chased by Shane Phelan. Hoffmeister gets the ball and turns his man and comes away with it. Will he go for the point? Will he be happy? Hand pass, and the hand pass went astray. He was trying to get it inside the George Lanham, but the ball was intercepted and cleared by Fionnán Cuddy. Wonderful play by Fionnán Cuddy, but Ballyfin should have gone for the point on the end of the field. Give themselves a 2-point lead, make it difficult on Castletown, but Castletown have now won a sideline ball on the far side of the field. They have the talent, they have the hurlers. They need the scores now. What's a mighty cut, dropping in around the square. Indoor to Gorod Gohan. Gohan has the ball, jumps out of his hands, or got a knock out over the end line, out to the right and wide. That was crucial. Had Gorod Gohan got that ball and held it, he's telling the umpire, I was being held inside. He may well have been, but the ball was released. And the ball went out over the end line, and Ballyfin's the lead. 6 minutes left in the game. 12 points for Ballyfin. 1 goal and 8 for Castletown. 6 minutes left in the game. Puck out will come inside again from Dermot McGill. McGill winds up for this one, right down along the far side of the field. Possession now vital. Pulled along the ground over there by James Maloney. Chasing after the ball is Dylan Conroy. Tackle came in, Conroy won the ball. Hand pass inside into the middle to Benny Redden. Benny Redden now 20 metres out. Benny Redden will go over lower his shot. Brilliant save by McGill. That's clear, James, his clear. First time pull in the air. Wonderful defending. Great save by McGill. And Gillies cleared his lines, and the ball is driven up the far side. Paddy Maloney grabs it. Maloney hand passed the ball outside to Conor Phelan. Phelan outside of him. He is Owen Peters. He gives it back to Fionnán Cuddy. The ball is taken off of him. Ballyfin fighting for referee. Chasing after the ball is Garrett Dunphy. Won by Castletown and cleared to the side of the field by Cuddy. Now possession is vital again. 2 players collide. Hard pulling there coming in from Owen Peters. There's a bit of a pile up. The referee blows the whistle. The ball will be thrown in. Or will it? Was there a bit of holding going on? 5 minutes left in the game. Ballyfin lead by 12 points. Castletown 1 goal and 8. Referee Kieran Bowe has the ball. He'll throw it in. Possession for either team now. Vital here. The next goal could be vital. 25 and a half minutes gone. Ballyfin lead by a point. The ball kicked away. Picked up by Castletown and by Fionnán Cuddy. Hand passes the ball forward. Ryan Maloney. Ball taken off him. Great play back there by Ricky Quillen. But he gives the ball away again. And the ball is pulled on in the air by Dylan Conroy. Dropping inside. Gorod Gohan is in there. High pulling over his head. Ball back outside the home. But scored a goal in the first half. Looking for another. Hits it low on the ground. Sting! Out for a 65. He hadn't the power behind it, he had the direction, it was going inside the post, and goalkeeper McGill got out to it, and Gilly the hero again. Brilliant save. 2 saves in a row inside by Dermot McGill. Oh, that was brilliant stuff. Great finish to the game. Can there be a winner here in the last 4 minutes of play? 26 minutes played. The free will be taken. Oh, Garrod Gohan had put 2 out of 3 over from 65 metres out. Now it's Dylan Conroy. Back on the free taking duties again. To knock this over, to put the sides level, to give us a grandstand finish. 3.5 minutes left. Dylan Conroy standing over the ball. Huge pressure on him now. The young man rises it, strikes it. Well, strikes it over the bar, they're level. Dylan Conroy stood up to the pressure like a veteran and knocks it over under level again with 3 minutes left. 27 minutes played. Now can somebody grab a winner. Short puck out to the far side. Over there to Richie Downey. The referee says no, there was subs coming on. Sub coming on for Ballyfin is Max Connolly. Of course, Ballyfin missing one of their star players this year, Ian Lyons. He was sent off against Shanahoe and received a 2-match ban, which ruled him out of the semi-final and the final. It was really hard luck for a young 19-year-old. In now is Max Connolly for the past couple of minutes. Is it Richie Downey that's coming up? Oh, Richie Downey, I think, is staying on play. Let's say young Kevin O'Rourke is coming off. And Max Connolly is on 3 of them on the field now, 3 Connollys. As the puck comes to the middle of the field, who will win possession this time? Up goes Manani, comes off his fingers, ball broken now, Manani wins it back again. Lovely tip up onto the hurl, hand passes outside to James Manani. Manani hits it in towards Garrod Gohan. Garrod Gohan, if he gets in after the ball, could wrap this game up. Oh, the great tackle of the referee, had the hand up, he's given the free to Castletown. Bit of a swipe, he says, and a 20-metre free to Castletown in the critical time of the game. 1.5 minutes left. And the more time is wasted here, the worse it is in Ballyfin. But Castletown, this could wrap up a county final for them. Or is there one last hurry in Ballyfin? 28.5 minutes played. Dylan Conroy with the 65 the last time to level it. Now Dylan Conroy to put Castletown ahead. What? 28.5 minutes gone. Castletown now having levelled. Dylan Conroy with a free to put Castletown ahead. 22 metres out, dead straight in front of the post. 12 points to 1-9, they're level at the moment. This to give them the lead. Rises the ball, strikes it, puts it over the bar, Dylan Conroy. And Castletown lead by a single point. 110 to 12 points. He had level with his 65 just a moment ago. 1 minute only of additional time, so we're in the 29.5 minutes. 1.5 minutes left for Ballyfin to put us out of the fire. And the ball is won by Ricky Quinlan, and Quinlan goes away. He couldn't get a hand pass in. He kicks it along the ground. Back there covering. It might fall for Ballyfin yet. Out to win the ball. Richie Downey picked up by Quinlan again. He's brought down. A free in for Ballyfin. We could be on the way to a replay here. Quinlan, great work out along the middle of the field, took the ball there on the side when it broke from. He couldn't get the hand pass in, but he kicked it along the ground. It was picked up, it brought back to him, he won the ball, he wins the free. The free for Ballyfin to level the game up with just under call. Yes, we're just 30 minutes played in the second half, and 1 minute of additional time had been announced. Tremendous intermediate hurling championship final here. Great endeavour from both sides in terrible conditions. We had absolute cloudburst in the first half with another one in the second. Standing over the bar is Garrett Dunphy. Has missed very little in the game. If he misses this one, well, he won't, surely, on the edge of the semicircle. He rises the ball, he strikes it, he puts it in, he puts it over the bar, they're level at the more bar. 13 points to 1 goal and 10. Garrett Dunphy with the free. 30.5 minutes played in the game, a half a minute left. Can anyone take a winner in the last 30 seconds? The ball dropped deep the other end of the field. It broke down for James Hoban. He scored a goal in the first half. He's looking for the point. Hoban hits it into the clouds. It's over the bar from James Hoban. The smallest man in the field. Quick puck out to the far side of the field. Castletown lead by a single point. 111-13. Ballyfin in possession on the far side. Will time run out on them? High ball hit forward. Is there a chance there for the net? Castletown back defending. It's Fionnán Cuddy. Wins the ball. Hits it outside to Conor Phelan. Conor Phelan blocked down. It's all over. 61 minutes and 5 seconds. He played exactly the minute. Never gave Ballyfin the time, but it was Castletown with James Hoban, the hero of the day. Smacked home a goal in the first half. Smacked home a point at the finish of the second half. And Castletown rejoiced on the field of play. Huge disappointment for Ballyfin on a day which was hardly deserved a loser, but Castletown took their chances. They took that goal. They did up some great points. And James Hoban, when it was really needed, when the pressure was on, when the ball broke to him, 45, 50 metres out, he grabbed the ball, he took a step backwards, he looked at the post and he sailed it in between them. Ballyfin just lose out by a single point, but Castletown are back in Premier Hurling next year at the end of the Laois Intermediate Hurling Championship final. It's Castletown 1 goal and 11, Ballyfin 13 points. Good point. Good point. That's it.
Kevin, you're joint captain too. Kevin was here on this wearing on behalf of Castletown Laois, it gives me great pleasure to welcome you here today. I want to congratulate both teams in a fine sporting game. Commiserations to Ballyfin Gaels. I don't think there was any losers here today, lads. I know you were the runners-up, but I wouldn't call you losers. And I wish you well. I wish you well in the future. And you're a credit to your club and credit to the game of hurling the way you performed out there today. Today belongs to Castletown. You're back where you believe you rightly belong, and congratulations for that. I'm going to ask the chairman of the hurling board, Sean Mortimer, to present the man of the match, and that is to James Hoban from Castletown. And now to the joint captains of Castletown, Slieve Bloom, or sorry, not Castletown, Slieve Bloom, Castletown. Slip of the tongue, beg your pardon. I'm going to present a cup to Kevin Conroy and John Paul Bennett as joint captains.
Tána Asarum on Kieran Shaglaka. Our son fired. Ballion Cashlan up the ledge! Right, lads, I've nothing prepared, so if I forget anyone, apologies in advance. First of all, I'd like to thank you, our supporters. Your loyalty to us throughout the year and all down the years. This is for you, lads. Now, I'd like to thank the lads here. Fair play to you, lads, we won. I know. We had a 16 man here today. He's probably been our best man all throughout the year. This is Kevin Conroy, lads. And now I'd like to thank the committee. I'd like to thank our chairperson, treasurer, secretary Martina. She did a fine job done. Everyone's in Castletown jerseys today. Now, I'd like to thank our management team. First of all, I'd like to thank the boys carrying the hurls, Kieran and John. I'd like to thank Des. I'd like to thank Mick. I'd like to thank Tom for all the work Tom does down in the field as well. Now, two main men. The amount of work put in by these two men the last 2 years is phenomenal. Mark, he's down in the field, he's down in the hall every night. He's there first and he's there last. Fair play to you, Mark. Now, the main man himself. This man has probably given more than anyone else in this club for the last 25 years or longer. He put his heart and soul into this. And only for him, only for his obsession to detail and his hard work throughout the year and last year, we wouldn't be up here today. This is for you, Paul. I'd like to thank Harry for patching us all back together at various stages of the year. Good few injuries, we're all back going today. I'd like to thank Liam Kelly for his help with physical training. Thanks, Liam. Now, I'd like to thank the referee and his officials for a job well done today. Now, I'd like to thank Ballyfin for a very hard sporting game. And I've no doubt you're a great side. You'll be back up here next year. 3 cheers for Ballyfin. Hip hip. Hooray! Hip hip. Hooray! Hip hip. Hooray! I expect to see you all back in Castletown tonight, lads. On a minute!